Boom. The power of social media, the power of StreamYard. We are live. It is the first Monday in October. And as you can see, real men wear pink and loving it. Wearing my pink polo shirt today. Shay is all duded up in his pink. And today and for the rest of this month, we will be focused on, we have a problem with LinkedIn. So we will be focused on doing good things with pink. So as is customary, I'm usually here with Mark. Mark is not here. Mark is in Italy. I don't know if Shay has that backup, but Shay, could you show us Mark in Italy?
You have already been on the stage. You should have already been upstairs. Yes.
So Mark posted that this morning. Check his stuff out because he has come out of some amazing tunnels in his career, stadiums all over the world. That's a beauty because that's where the Roman gladiators came from. So good for him. He's having a wonderful time. Would be remiss if we didn't talk about the sports world. Man, there is stuff going on. If you're from New York, as I am, and when I'm not rooting for my teams, I root for all the New York teams. Bang, big day for New York sports. The Jets won, which anytime the Jets win is reason for celebration because we just don't do it all that often. Few and far between. The Giants won as well in a comeback victory, which was really, really cool. And then for those of you who are into baseball, like my fellow man in pink, talk to us about baseball yesterday.
We avoided the drama of a game 163 and 64 and 65, however many there was going to be. So Yankees took care of business. Red Sox took care of business, and we get going on Tuesday night. So should be really, really fun. Yankees traveled to Boston for the wild card game. There were lots of stories about baseball yesterday, but they were all good. But there's probably no story bigger than Mr. Brady going back to Foxborough. And, wouldn't you know, it rains. But they played through the rain. There were some great tributes to him. He broke the record last night there. I thought the most powerful thing was after the game, him hugging Robert Kraft, because there's true love there. They spent 20 years together. That's good culture, people, when you leave and go somewhere else. So the whole idea that being friends with the people you're in business with is actually really cool. I will pick up on that subject. Let's do some wake up music. I actually have two very, very special guests today. We've been promoting it. Andrew Koenig and Lindsay LeBlanc from City Furniture will be here. They're just wonderful people. They got a wonderful message. I'm excited to share the screen with them, but let's wake up.
Wake up, everybody. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up, come on. Wake up, everybody. Teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Come on now.
So before we bring on our guests, I want to talk about a subject that I talk about a lot in the coaching and the personal development that I do with people. And I touched on it a little bit before, this idea of, people ask me all the time, what's the difference between a business relationship and a friendship? And people go on and on and on. And I go, nothing. There is no difference. If you are not investing yourself in the lives of the people you work with, you are missing the boat. I want to show you some examples about all through the weekend. I had text, video, conversation with people who I have either done work with or are currently doing with, where we're invested in each other far beyond the work. It makes the work much better. Shay, I don't know what order you're going in. Show me Ron Rosansky first. So Ron is the CEO of a software company in New York. He's a friend. He's a client. He's doing great things. But he sends me a note. How you feeling? It's Sunday afternoon. I had taken a fall. I hurt a rib. He did it the same week, so it was kind of crazy. But he took his time to reach out to me. We went back and forth. Perfect example of how this worked. Show me Scott Smith on the sidelines of the Alabama game. So he's the CEO of True Network, clearly has transcended our business relationship. He's having a very special moment on the sidelines, and he decides to video it and send it to me. Pretty amazing. Lori Salarillo, Ben Sterner, Gino Valdez. How about Alvin? You've heard me talking about Alvin in Cincinnati. Cincinnati travels to Notre Dame. He takes the time before the game to shoot, and we're all through the game texting. And then the last one would be Jen Homer, who had a really tough week. Her sister's son passed away, but she was at her son's game, and boom, she sends me. Andrew scores his first touchdown. Her sis and her husband were there. A really, really touching moment. Show us him scoring the touchdown, and then we'll move on.
Now Gabbard's looking to put it up. Seam route, hauled in, touchdown, Miami.
So here's my point, is that if you think about your best friend, and if your best friend asked you to do something, you wouldn't even think twice. You wouldn't think about the cost. You wouldn't think about the time or the inconvenience it would do. You would just do it. And if you do that for your clients become friends. And the guy I'm bringing on today, I feel exactly that strong about. He makes everybody who he's in the room with feel really, really special. I'm going to kick his segment off with motivational music, and then we'll bring on Andrew and Lindsay.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down a road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way. My hat is off, won't you stand up and take a bow? And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, well, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend.
And with that, help me welcome my friend, just one of the coolest people I know, Andrew Koenig. Welcome to the Daily Huddle. We're going to paint this town pink.
Let's go, baby. I'm starting it off. Let's go. You're helping out. Appreciate it.
So as you can see, we have changed our trade dress for the Daily Huddle. We will be pink throughout the month. But do me a favor, tell the audience sort of what the backstory is behind your passion for helping, this cause, and then what you guys are doing all over the place to make a difference, because the Huddle made a difference last year, and we plan on doing the same thing again this year.
Yeah, thanks Steve and Shay and Mark for having me. First off, Andrew Koenig, president of City Furniture. The why we're so involved with the American Cancer Society, and specifically this month with breast cancer, is my mom passed from breast cancer 6 years ago. She had a 2-year battle, never whimpered. She was like super strongest woman, so positive, absolute hero throughout the entire thing. And so, the real thing is I got to witness that live, and the last 45 days I stayed with her. We moved into the house, take care of her. And there's just nothing. I mean, I don't think there's anything sadder than watching someone slowly pass away. And it was really tough. And I don't want anybody to go through that. But the quick story on the pink pumpkins about, the breast cancer, which is our campaign, is a few days before she passed, she whispered into my ear and is like, I want you to order 15,000 pink pumpkin buckets. And I'm like, oh, clearly the drugs are working. And she's just saying something crazy. And she said it again and again. And I was like, Mom, why? She said, I want to make sure you hand out thousands of buckets in our stores for free to everybody, just to spread awareness that breast cancer is out there. And 1 out of 8 women are going to get it. And some women aren't going to get through this battle. And we need people to raise money, raise awareness, get screenings so that they can, fight this fight and get through it. And, we're on our way to raising enough dough to get enough research here to eventually eradicate it, hopefully in my lifetime. So, the Pink Pumpkin campaign, that City is really all in. And Lindsay, who's amazing, is driving for us at City and all of our stores and everywhere. And you're helping out with is about the pink pumpkin bucket, she whispered. And if you go in our stores, grab a pink pumpkin bucket.
I think it's pretty cool. Shay, you want to show the video of in-store, please?
Pink Pumpkins is a tribute, a mission, and a movement to end breast cancer. And this year, we're setting our biggest goal yet, to raise $500,000 for the American Cancer Society. Join us in turning the city pink, and show us how you are going pink this month, using the hashtag #TurnTheCityPink. Also, stop by a showroom to get your pink pumpkin bucket, a symbol of awareness started by our city mom, Doreen Keenan. Together, we can fill our community with hope.
So I got to tell you, in true Andrew Koenig form, you went from what you raised last year to not doubling it, not tripling it.
Yeah, we're going high.
I think you've been hanging out with the Marlins too long, man.
No, I think I've been hanging out with you too much. That sales mind, you got to take it into fundraising. You really do, and it works.
It's so it's great. Lindsay, why don't you give us some details? Oh, I think Lindsay just decided to check out. So while she's doing that, let me inform the Huddle what we did last year. So we made a commitment last year that we wanted to help raise money to that cause. What we did was we want everybody in the Huddle, anybody that sees this video, and we're going to be pumping it all month. Our trade dress will be pink the whole month. The QR code that's here, all you got to do is put your phone up to it. It'll take you right to our page. And what we do, we're pledging $10,000. We want the Huddle to do half of that. If they don't, we're still going to do it because that's what good people do. That's what people do for their friends. So we don't have to stop at 10 grand. We can keep the doors off it. If I'm using the math that Andrew used, we could be at 40,000. So Lindsay, talk to us about the details. Talk to us about some of the backdrop. Talk to us about, painting the city pink and all that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me. Really excited to be here this morning and tell you a little bit of how we're turning the city pink and how we're going after that $500,000 goal. So first, how are we going pink? So we're lighting up our showrooms, our sports partners. So Marlins, Dolphins, Panthers, Orlando City, they're turning their stadiums and arenas pink. All down Las Olas, they're going pink. They're putting lights up in their storefront. And so all we're asking you to do is take a picture, tag City Furniture, and use the hashtag #TurnTheCityPink. Really easy to do. You can wear pink. You can put up pink lights. You can, if you're a woman, pink nail polish, anything you want to do to join us. And every post that uses the hashtag #TurnTheCityPink, we will be donating $1 for every Cancer Society up to $10,000. So that is on top of all of our efforts. We are turning the city pink. So stop by our showrooms. You'll see them lit up. And that's one way, really easy to bring more awareness to the community. This is how we want palm trees pink. We want everything in the community to be pink, and people stop in to be like, what does this mean? And it's really to bring more awareness. we need more education out there. We need more research to really get more people screened. And so we've heard from the American Cancer Society, screenings are significantly down because of the pandemic. And so people are not going to their annual exams. And early detection, it's critical to saving lives through breast cancer. And so the other way you can participate is by joining the Daily Huddle Making Strides team. So we're going to have a big City Furniture team on October 23rd, Huizenga Park. Come join us, walk with us. We'll be giving out pink pumpkin buckets. Bring your family, your friends, pets. We'll be having a big team, so you can.
Welcome to the internet. Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, I can finish up with one other big takeaway. If you go into our stores, and even if you're not interested, for every single customer that walks into our store and does a test rest on a mattress, we're going to donate $25 to the American Cancer Society. So that is the easiest way. And by the way, 60% of people don't sleep good at night. So for those, you can get test rested, and for 8 to 10 minutes of your time, you donate $25 to the American Heart for the Breast Cancer Association or American Cancer Society. Sorry. So anyways, we're doing everything we possibly can to hit that target, 500 grand, and we appreciate your support, Steve, and the entire Huddle. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. We love helping our partners. You in particular have used sort of your influence. Oh, good. Jeremy Torres, first one in, bam. So we have a philosophy, and I know you believe the same thing, that you do unto others as if you would do to yourself. Shifting gears for 1 second, you don't just do this philanthropically. You do a massive amount of work for this community. I would shudder to think if City Furniture didn't exist, how many organizations would suffer. You and I share a passion for helping kids, learn about finances. You're the incoming chair for JA, our good friend Lori, who'll be on tomorrow. So talk to us about your family philosophy about using who you are and what you are to give back. I shared this last week when you spoke to the Broward Commission. I was like, I'll sign up right now, man. Let's go. So,
no, I mean, it's kind of like the opening segment that you talked about. You just do for your friends. You do for the community. You just give, whatever you possibly can. It doesn't need to be money. It can be time and energy, brain power, friends, connections. And it's just absolutely fascinating how the world just rewards you. And you don't know where it's coming. You can't put an ROI to it. You can't, but it's amazing. So, so our philosophy is we're only here because of the community, and therefore, where do they need us? And, what are those causes that align to our hearts? And cancer is number 2 cause of death, and that aligns to our heart. American Heart Association, or, heart disease is number 1. That aligns to our heart. Our founder died of heart disease, my uncle. So, we just try to find the right causes that align to our heart, and it's who we are. And you just got to give whatever you possibly can, time, money, energy, but all of it's, if you do give a lot, it's just fascinating how the world rewards you back.
Boom. Our friends Eddie Dykes at Weston Jewelers, $10,000. There we go, baby.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Go, man. Here we go. So my dream of doing 10 is done. Now we got to focus on 40. Lindsay, up our numbers, man. We're going.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity.
And so I want you to speak to this, because we seem to have an affection for family businesses where it's generational. You take something from the generation before you and you give it back. Eddie Dykes took from his dad. He's teaching his kids. We love working in those kind of environments. We were fortunate enough to spend time with you and your dad recently, and he's just an amazing human being that you've taken that, and we just talked about it before we got on here. You're going to teach your kids to do the same. So speak to me about that family business where people go, oh, I would never work with my family.
Yeah, we love it, and it's amazing. I have like a full-time coach at my disposal whenever I need him, and so I'm. It's almost like I'm cheating because I have this amazing mentor that's advising me, and then I think my youthful experience, Lindsay and our generation, combined with that knowledge, we really work really well together, and there's a bit of competition. You want to make your dad proud, but you also want to kick his ass a little bit, we did this, we did that, improve, take the business better, we're competitive, so it's just fantastic. And I think all the associates in our business really like working for a family because I care about them. You're not a number. We're not, and you can do this in a publicly traded organization or a philanthropic organization. It's all how you act and lead and hang out with your associates. Like you said, I love the opening segment of just being friends with your partners, your competitors. Oh, why can't I be friends with the people that I work with? Like, I went to the Dolphins game with 15 of them yesterday, and we had a blast. Like, oh, the president can't hang out with them too close or whatever, have great relationships. That's bullshit to me. And I have great relationships with our associates. I love hanging out with them. And sometimes I love hanging out with them more than my friends. So it's a crazy thing. But I think everything you open up the meeting or this huddle with was very true.
The idea, and you speak you speak a lot through social media. You share your experiences, which is obviously something that we endorse and teach, but you see it. It's not just talk. You see you opening your home to the people you work with and inviting them over and doing things. We have our dinners, which are clearly not just business. They are, what's up? You start every single dinner that we have, and we have one a quarter, which I love. What can I do to help you guys? And I'm like, wait a minute. Shouldn't we be asking you what else we can do for you? And so I just love having successful people who are genuine, authentic. Lindsay, I know you're new to the team, but well needed and well deserved, because it was impossible for him to keep up with all the stuff he was doing. It was really, really crazy. Thank you for being who you are. As the song said, thank you for being my friend. We were friends first before we started to work together. We will be friends long after. If our business relationship decides to end, we will be friends forever. I admire you. We are totally committed. Lori Salarillo just committed 1,000. Be great to see what people are doing, but we're all in. And this is day one through the rest of the month. So we will see you on the 23rd, because as you said, and I'm so glad you said it, we live in a competitive environment.
Yeah.
We play to win, baby.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much, Steve, and all you guys. You guys are amazing.
Thank you. It's awesome. With that, it's time to get down to business.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night, one more